Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and to another video where today, following on from yesterday's video where we predicted the Northern Premier League West Division, we're going to be now attempting to predict the Northern Premier League Premier Division. As I said in yesterday's video, do remember this is just a bit of fun. They're just my opinions, so please don't be offended if I predict your team to have a terrible season. It is just a bit of fun, but by all means, if you do support a team in this league, let me know where you think they'll finish in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So there's 22 teams to predict in this season, and of course, one of them has to come last. For me, I think in last place, 22nd place, getting relegated, unfortunately, is going to be Bamba Town. They secured promotion last season after finishing 5th in the Midlands Division, which is probably, in my opinion, the weakest of the three Northern Premier League First Divisions, which doesn't really bode well for a significant step up in quality in my view. Of course, somebody has to come last. It's not nice to predict anyone to come last, but I think this season it's going to be Bamba Town. Moving on, the second team that's going to be relegated in 21st is Ashton United. There's no skirting around the issue really. Ashton United finished last season terribly, and I know you shouldn't read too much into it, but they looked really poor in pre-season as well against lower opposition. So I think this season Ashton United, unfortunately, I know I've visited your club before and you're a good set of fans and everything, but sadly I think you'll go down. In 20th spot, we've got Atherton Collieries. Again, Atherton finished last season really poorly, avoiding relegation by the skin of their teeth. I think it'll catch up to them this time around as well. Sorry Coles fans, you won't want to hear this, but I think you'll be going down as well, unfortunately. In 19th, and the final team to be relegated, is Liversedge. Liversedge were flying high for the most part last season, but complacency saw them nearly caught in the end by the team coming up next. I think that complacency may well bleed into this campaign, and that they'll drop straight back down. In 18th place is Montrose United. I alluded to it before, but Montrose United had a really good season last season, nearly catching Liversedge towards the end of the season and having a great FA Cup run as well, equalling their best ever performance in the competition, getting to the 4th qualifying round. There's a good feeling around the club, however the Premier Division is a step up in quality, but crucially I think they'll just about survive. In 17th we've got Hyde United. Hyde finished last season precariously in 18th, but recovered some decent form towards the back end of the campaign. If they can carry that form into this season, I think Hyde will live to fight another day in the Premier Division. In 16th, we've got Marine. Promoted via the playoffs from the West Division, Marine have seemingly lost a huge chunk of their squad that got them up, but crucially, I think they'll have just enough quality to survive comfortably. In 15th, we've got Gainsborough Trinity. Losing manager Tom Shaw, who stepped down to focus on his new role of first-team coach at Lincoln City after being promoted from their academy, is a big blow. Whilst I'm sure Neil Bishop will step up to the plate, joint player manager roles are often difficult to navigate, but crucially I think the veteran midfielder will be able to steer the Holy Blues to safety this season. In addition, the signing of experienced striker Clayton Donaldson is an exciting one, as he was still able to bag 8 goals to help York City to promotion from the National League North last season via the playoffs. This experience in front of goal will be crucial for Trinity's survival this season. In 14th spot we've got Stalybridge Celtic. Since their relegation from the National League North in 2016-17, the Celts have hovered around lower mid-table, showing few signs of getting back to where they once were. I think a repeat of last season's 14th place finish could be on the cards. In 13th, it's Montrose Town. Having only played one full season in the division since their promotion from Division 1 East in 2018-19, in which they finished 10th, it's difficult to judge where they'll end this campaign. Losing club stalwarts like Stephen Forster, Liam Henderson, Wayne Phillips and Sean Taylor probably won't help their cause, but I don't think the Highwaymen will be in any real danger either. In 12th place it's Nantwich Town. After a sizable drop-off last season from their regular playoff finishes, I think the Dabbers are in for another mid-table finish this time out. However, I don't think they'll have the relegation fears that they had to contend with last campaign. In 11th is Whitby Town. I've seen a few people tip Whitby Town for the playoffs this season, and while I confess not to know that much about them, there's got to be a reason why they've spent 24 consecutive seasons in this division, so I think it's safe to put them around mid-table. 10th spot is Lancaster City. Since their promotion in 2016-17, under current Colne boss Phil Brown, the Dolly Blues have seen incremental improvements year on year, going from finishing 18th in 2017-18 to 12th in 2018-19 and 11th last season. I think the trend will continue and see Lancaster end the season in a very respectable 10th place. Ninth place is Warrington Rylands. Warrington Rylands are an ambitious club with strong financial backing, which is shown in their recruitment over the summer. The capture of last season's West Division top scorer Ryan Brooke from Runcorn Linnets, amongst a number of young players with National League and EFL Academy experience, paint a picture of a side that's ready to eventually move up again into the National League system. However, I think a mid-table finish this time out looks most likely before they really push on. In 8th, I've got Stafford Rangers. Predicting Stafford Rangers to finish in the exact same spot as they did last season is probably a bit of a cop-out, but hear me out on this one. Losing Trey Pemberton to Macclesfield is a big blow, but bringing in Jaden White from Kidderminster as his replacement, along with EFL Academy prospects Jack Baxter, Joe Dunn and Joe Willis from Preston, Rochdale and Walsall respectively, as well as the return of Louis Morrison in defence from Macclesfield, are solid signings. Ultimately though, I don't think their squad's improved, but I don't think it's got worse either. The only worry for me is the lack of a true proven goalscorer in their squad for this level. They also had a poor home record last time out and drew far too many games. If they can fix these issues, then they could go and prove me wrong and get into the playoffs. But as it stands, they haven't improved enough to justify predicting them to finish any higher than they did last time out. 7th place is Matlock Town. Matlock fell away slightly after looking so strong in the early parts of last season, and after losing their assistant coach David Wild to Runcorn Linnets and struggling in recruitment over the summer, I think the Gladiators may take a slight step back this season. In 6th, it's Geisley, a club that's been on a steady decline for a number of years now. It was only 4 years ago that Geisley were playing National League football. The malaise that can come with multiple relegations in such a short period of time, along with a raft of changes to their squad the Lions have had to make to gear up for their first season outside of the National League system in 12 years, I think it'll hold them back from an immediate return to the National League North. I think a season of consolidation just outside the playoffs is on the cards. Our first team to make the playoffs in 5th is Bamba Bridge. With former Wigan, Blackpool and Barnsley midfielder David Perkins signed on for the season, as well as legendary ex-Fleetwood Town defender Nathan Pond playing up front, Bamba Bridge have a good blend of youth and experience in their squad. That should see them go one better than last time out and secure a playoff spot this season. In 4th is RadcliffeFC. Signings like Nicky Adams from Oldham, Jem Caracan from Scunthorpe and Rick Smith from Warrington Rylands show a real statement of intent at Radcliffe and will help lift them from mid-table obscurity to real playoff contenders this season. 3rd spot is FC United of Manchester. With a savvy acquisition of attacking talent such as Eddie Miyako and Jack Anderton, and experienced former Swansea City defender Curtis Obeng, all marshalled by Neil Reynolds and his attractive brand of football, I think FC United are set for a great season. 2nd place is Warrington Town. Everyone expected Warrington Town to go on and win the playoffs last season, but it was Scarborough who pipped them in the final. I do think though they've got the character and quality to go again and secure promotion via the same path this season. And finally, in top spot, it's South Shields. As the only full-time team in the league, it's only a matter of time until South Shields are promoted to the National League North, and I think this season will be the one where they finally get over the line. They've also recruited really well this summer, bringing in a good blend of youth and experience from teams in the National League North, National League and even League 2. Surely it's South Shields' time to go up. So guys, there you have it. Those were my predictions for the upcoming 2022-23 Northern Premier League Premier Division season. As I've kept saying guys, throughout all of these videos, please do remember this is just a bit of fun, it's just my opinion. Don't be too offended if I have predicted your team to have a bad season or whatever. Do also let me know down in the comments where you think your team will finish, but do it respectfully, as I've kept saying guys. Also, thank you so much for watching all of these previews in general and the predictions videos. They've been great fun to make, and it'll be great fun to look back on them at the end of the season to probably look how terribly I've got them wrong. But if you have enjoyed, please do not forget to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for watching guys once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.